What's up, core crew? Time to talk about my favourite type of game. You can probably tell from the videos I put out and what games I tend to focus on that single player story driven games are by far my favourite. For a long time we looked to the big screen, to Hollywood for those grand tales, the stories that made us feel and took our breath away. But now, things have changed. And for me personally, I believe games are the perfect way to tell these stories. You're more involved, more connected, and that's why I think these games we're about to talk about surpass any movie. They reel you in, not as a spectator, but as part of their story. You genuinely feel every loss, every triumph, every moment. So that's why today we're counting down the 10 best story-driven games of all time. Now, super important heads up here, to talk about these story games, I obviously have to talk about the story. So a major spoiler warning is in effect. Let's dive in. At number 10 is Detroit Become Human.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous.
The question of what does it mean to be alive has been explored by storytellers for centuries, and Detroit Become Human places this question directly in your hands. Set in a near future where androids are part of everyday life, you don't just play as one character but three. Kara, a housekeeper trying to protect a little girl, Marcus, an activist fighting for the freedom of his people, and Connor, an android detective hunting down his own kind. What gets this game on the list isn't just its stunning visuals, incredible voice performances, or deeply engaging writing, it's a sheer weight of choice. Every single decision you make truly matters. Miss a clue, someone dies. Choose compassion, a whole new path opens. It's a choose-your-own adventure on a monumental scale, creating a deeper personal narrative where the fate of an entire species rests on your shoulders. You truly feel the impact of shaping and evolving their humanity, or lack thereof. Sliding into number 9 is a game that perhaps didn't get all the love it deserved at launch, but the story absolutely shines. Days Gone.
I could have put Sarah on a chopper. I felt relieved. How fucked up is that?
What if
you could take it all back? How would you could fix it?
You really think she's still alive? Billions of people are dead, but somehow she made it.
We don't have hope
for a better life or for a future that matters? The hell are we fighting for?
We're back in the apocalypse, but this time it's about bikers, hordes, and a very personal quest for a lost love. The game has finally been remastered and seems to be getting the recognition it deserves, but I've been singing this game's praises for years. You play as Deacon St. John, a rough around the edges biker trying to survive, and more importantly trying to find out what happened to his wife, Sarah, after the outbreak. The game's world is beautifully bleak, filled with massive terrifying freaker hordes that truly get the adrenaline pumping. But it's Deacon's emotional arc and the deep mystery surrounding Sarah's fate that hooks you. His journey is driven by loss, hope, and a relentless desire for answers, peeling back layers of personal tragedy and larger conspiracies. The world, the motorcycle travel, the desperate scavenging, it all blends into a compelling package that underscores Deacon's fight for something beyond mere survival. Prepare for your mind to be thoroughly messed with. At number 8 is Alan Wake 2.
A page of text, written with a typewriter. Someone's been watching us.
How do you run from an idea? From a story that lives in your head? I need to escape this nightmare.
Remedy Entertainment returned to their beloved psychological horror world, and they did not disappoint. This isn't a game, it's a genre-bending, reality-warping experience. What sets Alan Wake 2 apart is its unparalleled narrative structure. You play as two characters, Saga Anderson, an FBI agent investigating cult-like murders.
Glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Knight.
And Alan Wake himself, trapped in a nightmarish parallel dimension.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead.
The way their stories intertwine, sometimes literally bleeding into each other, is brilliant. It's a love letter to horror, complete with live-action segments, a meta-narrative that constantly blurs the line between fiction and reality. Oh yeah, and there's a musical thrown in there too.
So you were drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination. And you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker, I chased those frights away. Who knew? So true. So here is the clue of hope to remember. Visions that come true. Abandon the lights with
This is one of those games that completely captivates you from start to finish, the kind of game that you just want to finish in one day so you know what goes on. But I'll be honest with you, when you finished it, you probably still won't understand what's going on. At number 7, we're riding into a future that's both breathtakingly beautiful and terrifyingly mysterious, Horizon Zero Dawn.
It is one thing to hunt a beast, another to hunt a machine. You must be humble and respect their power. I will teach you this. One day.
This game throws you into a world overrun by majestic yet deadly robotic animals and asks one fundamental question. What happened? You play as Aloy. She's an outcast driven by a deeply personal quest to understand who she is and where she came from.
Why am I an outcast?
Aloy, this is not the time.
Who was my mother?
Aloy, I've told you before, that's not for us to know. You were just a newborn when the matriarchs brought you to me.
So the matriarchs, they know?
It's not so simple.
But they know.
Most post-apocalyptic movies and games give us a grey or desert kind of barren world as a setting, but Horizon Zero Dawn is lush, green and absolutely stunning. The sense of discovery, slowly finding out what happened to the world through various story moments and logs, is one of the most compelling stories I've ever witnessed.
The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end.
Alright Space Cadets, prepare for liftoff and hold on to your Omni tools, because at number 6 we have not just one game but an entire galaxy spanning saga. Mass Effect
Legend? Wait for it. Dairy!
Legendary Edition. Now, while Mass Effect 2 is my favourite, playing the full trilogy is where the real magic happens. This isn't just about making choices, it's about living with those choices for hundreds of hours across 3 colossal games. You create your Commander Shepard, and from the moment you step foot on the Normandy in the first game, every major decision, every relationship forged, every ally saved or lost genuinely carries over and impacts the story up to the very end of the third game.
Hold off, Joker. We're not sacrificing human lives to save the Council. Keep our ships back until they can get a shot at Sovereign.
I hope you know what you're doing, human. Don't let the Council die in vain.
And now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension, no matter what the cost.
I hope the Council appreciates this.
This level of persistent consequence where your personal Shepard truly shapes the fate of the entire galaxy was unlike anything else before it, and frankly, remains unmatched since. It's a masterful blend of sci-fi epic, character-driven drama and exhilarating combat. The lore is deep, the characters become like family, and the score is utterly iconic. BioWare crafted a universe so rich and a story so personal that saying goodbye feels like parting with dear friends. Seriously, try not to cry during the final missions of ME3. I dare you.
The Crucible is armed.
It's an adventure you live, and not just play. At number 5 is The Last of Us.
I've never been this close. Is the outside?
So is that everything you hoped for?
Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
Sometimes a story comes along and it's so emotional and resonant it changes everything. And one of those stories for me, and for many others, is The Last of Us. Yes, on the surface it's just another post-apocalyptic zombie survival game, but underneath this game is about love. The desperately fierce, protective love that can only come from a parent and child. The game follows Joel, who after a zombie-style outbreak, the cordyceps virus, loses his daughter.
It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
Shit. Oh, no. Sarah. Move your hands, babe. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Please. Please don't. Please.
Are you crying?
No, I'm not crying, okay?
Then, years later, Ellie is thrown into his life.
I want Joel to watch over her.
Whoa, I don't think that's the best
Ellie.
idea.
I could just take her to the North Tunnel and wait for me there.
Jesus Christ.
Just cargo, Joel.
Joel is initially cold and detached, but slowly opens up, becoming a fierce protector. Ellie, initially guarded, finds trust and a surrogate father. Their relationship isn't perfect, it's messy, it's earned.
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel, but I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
And during every fight, during every moment, you feel Joel's desperate fight to protect Ellie. By the end, the moral ambiguity of Joel's final choice leaves you questioning everything you thought you knew about heroism. It's somehow even more emotional than the death of Joel's own daughter at the beginning. It's an unforgettable, gut-punching narrative that will make even a grown man cry. Entering at number 4 is a fantasy epic that set new standards for open-world storytelling, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. Geralt of Rivera's journey to find Ciri, his adopted daughter, is just the beginning of a vast, rich, and morally complex tale. What makes The Witcher 3's narrative so legendary isn't just the main questline, though that's fantastic, it's the sheer quality and depth of the side quests. Every single one feels like a mini-story, with real characters, dilemmas, and often surprising consequences.
Only when I drink the brew, which brings a pain to my head, nausea.
Oh, you're awake. Had me worried. You were out way too long. Even considered giving you some white honey. Kinda hard to do with hooves, though. Roach.
Geralt isn't just a badass monster slayer. He's a man caught between love, duty, and the harsh realities of a war-torn continent. You are lifting curses, slaying beasts, mediating family disputes, and helping people. It's not just about watching a hero's journey, it's about walking that path with the hero, living through it. And that's the kind of agency and immersion you just can't get by watching a movie. The world is alive with lore, the characters are incredibly well written, and the voice acting breathes life into every interaction. It's an entire package of unparalleled storytelling, where the music, the combat, and every muddy road work together to draw you into Geralt's monster hunting, destiny-bound life. Alright, giddy up partner, because at number 3 we have the western epic that refined immersion, Red Dead Redemption 2.
One more big score, we got enough money to leave. What do you think?
Nothing means more to me than this game. I would kill for it, I would happily die for it.
Trust me, Arthur. Just one more.
As long as a goddamn tree.
I don't want to kill all these folk Dutch. Just you.
This is a sprawling, breathtaking, meticulously crafted and often heartbreaking journey through the dying days of the Wild West. Game worlds this well built and with the minute attention to detail are usually just that. A beautiful open world to just explore, craft, and maybe do some generic quests for extra resources. It's so rare to have a game this well crafted with this much attention to detail and that not be the game's main selling point. But I've got to think someone over at Rockstar got a bit tipsy before a meeting, and imagine the conversation went something like this.
What if we make a game where the world is so realistic? I'm talking realistic animal behaviors.
And the animals, man, they're so real. They hunt, they migrate, birds pick at carcasses, cats even hunt mice.
Oh, you mean like a hunting game, like Hunter Call of the Wild or something?
No, the NPCs will have a full daily routine specific to them. And get this, what if they actually remember previous interactions with the player?
Oh, like a life sim sort of thing?
No, it's a long, beautiful, heartfelt story about the Old West and outlaws, moral dilemmas. And when it's cold, the horse's testicles should shrink.
Obviously, I wasn't there, and that's just in my mind how anyone could come up with this kind of a game, but this list isn't about the world of games, it's about the stories. This is a truly heartfelt and engaging story that is written, acted, and directed better than 90% of the movies that come out. The story follows Arthur Morgan, a loyal enforcer for the Van der Linde gang, as he grapples with his identity and the brutal realities of his outlaw life.
Gentlemen, this is a terrible mistake. This is a case of mistaken identity. What is worse than admonishing a man for the sins of another who wants to be the Messiah? Arthur, we leave no man behind. Go get Strauss.
The game excels in character development, particularly Arthur's slow but profound transformation. You witness him grapple with his conscience, facing moral dilemmas that test his loyalty, his humanity, and his very soul. Every interaction, every hunting trip, every camp conversation deepens your connection to Arthur, the gang, and the world. The attention to detail in the narrative is just as impressive as the attention given to the world. The quiet moments of reflection and the sheer emotional weight of Arthur's journey make this an absolute masterpiece that you feel, rather than just play. At a very strong number 2, it's a game that took a legendary character and gave him a powerful, new, deeply personal story. God of War.
You are free.
We're taking our ashes to the highest peak in the realms.
Ashes?
It was our last wish.
Where must we go?
To a realm beyond your own.
There's only one person who can get you where you need to go. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive.
Can you kill something that big?
How do you take a character known for next level amounts of rage and turn him into one of the most compelling figures in gaming? Simple. You make him a father. This game didn't just spit out another God of War. Oh no, it completely reinvented him. This isn't the Kratos we knew. It's a quieter, heavier man haunted by his past.
I know you're a god. Not of this realm, but there's no mistaking it. He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature? Or his own?
That is none of your concern.
The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me. I know. When they find you, and they will, they'll make things difficult. The boy will want answers.
That will be my problem.
Whatever you're hiding, you cannot protect him forever. But you're right. Doesn't concern me.
He's a father, grieving his wife and trying to raise his son Atreus in the harsh Norse lands. They set off on a journey to fulfill their mother's/wife's final wish, and their journey is a lot more complicated than it first seems. It has all the blockbuster style moments, fighting gods, dragons, twists and turns, but the real reason this game is so high on my list is the quieter moments. Kratos trying to connect with his son. The brilliance of this game's narrative lies in its meticulous evolution of the father-son relationship. Kratos, initially stoic and emotionally distant, struggles with the burden of fatherhood.
There it is!
Hold! What are you doing? Now his guard is up. Only fire! Only fire when I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
You literally witness him slowly becoming more affectionate to Atreus throughout the story. From stern commands to moments of genuine warmth, clumsy attempts at comfort, and the painful process of learning to trust and protect each other.
Not like you would even care if she was.
Mind your tongue, boy! Until our journey is over, one of us must remain focused. Do not mistake my silence for lack of grief. Mourn how you wish. Leave me to my own.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
No. Why would you? You do not know my ways. I know it has not been easy.
The incredible voice performances, the themes of grief, love and family mixed with the visceral combat elevate this deeply emotional journey of growth, forgiveness and new beginnings into something truly special. Boy, this one really tugs at the heartstrings.
Freya! Open the door! We need your help! Woman, do you hear me? It is urgent!
I'm still a god. Go away.
The boy has fallen ill! Freya! He's ill.
And finally, and number one, the game that's unequivocally taken the gaming world by storm, proving that true innovation in storytelling is still alive and thriving, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This is a title that completely shattered expectations, launching to universal acclaim and immediately carving its place as one of the most talked about RPGs in years. For starters, turn-based combat, which I have to admit I'm not always a fan of, is just perfect. It mixes real-time dodges and parries and keeps you deeply engaged rather than just choose an attack, wait for your turn, choose again. As I say, I'm not usually a fan of turn-based beyond older RPGs, Final Fantasy, that kind of thing, but they got this truly perfect. Then there's the soundtrack. To me, it's one of the best video game soundtracks of all time. But the real star here, and why it's number one on my list, is the story. It's set in a hauntingly beautiful world inspired by Belle Epoque France, and its premise alone is gripping. Every year, the malevolent entity known as a paintress erases people of a certain age from existence, called the Gommage. It first started at 100 and she's been counting down ever since. It's a truly chilling premise that immediately hooks you.
I'm here.
Every year, the Gommage is set to happen the next time the Paintress Pain sets off on an expedition to try and stop her. The narrative tackles themes of fate, love, loss, sacrifice and hope against impossible odds. The exploration of its semi-linear world, the beautiful original score and the sheer depth of its lore, the visuals and the art direction all combine into an entire package that has earned every bit of its praise. I mean, the game kills off the main character after the first chapter.
It's not about the rock, it's more about...
Run.
Nobody saw that coming. Absolutely nobody. I did a standalone video on this game because it genuinely hooked me. I could not stop playing it. I not only wanted but needed to know what happened. It made me laugh, it made me cry, but most of all, it did what any game really sets out to do. It entertained me. Absolutely and unequivocally one of my favourite games of all time. And considering how many games I've played, that isn't an easy list for any game to be on. Soundfall Interactive just threw out a masterclass in how to evolve a genre and deliver an unforgettable narrative that resonates long after you've destroyed the Paintress.
Tomorrow comes. Thanks to you. Expedition 33.
And there you have it, folks, my list of the 10 best story-driven games of all time. Whether it's the intimate journey of two survivors, the grand epic of a monster hunter, or the emotional growth of a god, these games prove that video games are truly one of the most powerful storytelling mediums out there. Which of these narratives gripped you the most? Did any of my choices surprise you, or do you have an even better story that I somehow missed? Let me know your thoughts and your favourite game moments down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into incredible game stories, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more gaming discussions. Thanks for watching, stay safe, keep gaming, and I'll see you here next time.